I got him to eat. He latched. Took 5 different tries. Probably around 10:20 or 10:15. But he kept falling asleep, so I just had to pull him off and burp him. He did not like that. But I burped him, and he spit up all the nastiness. Yes.
So it's 10:24, maybe 25 now. On May 16th, 2024, we are in what I call the maternity ward. I don't even know if that's what it's called. It's the second floor. It's the room they move you to.
Mama baby.
Mama baby room. Mama baby, I don't know. Mama baby support person. It's definitely not as big as the labor room. It's pretty small. I mean, when I originally came in here, they had a big old cart. I had to bring it in here. And I had to basically park it there so I could bring the rest. I could take my backpack and stuff off and bring it over here with some stuff that I was carrying for Sam. And that was probably around 6-ish. It was a little bit before 6-ish. Because we were up in the room for a while. I did do an update. I want to say around 4 o'clock, because we did the 3 o'clock update. There's so much going on around 2 but around 2 that there was no way that there was going to be an update. But I did get everything kind of recorded. So someday, sometime soon, I'll be able to kind of comb through all that and get more content. But additionally, I did an update, but the nurses were coming into the room so frequently after delivery, just making sure they're checking on mom and checking on baby and checking on mom and checking on baby, that it was kind of hard to really do that, and I might have to piece it together. But either way, kind of the recap, just in case I can't pull it all together, is, baby's fine. Baby's healthy. Baby had really good oxygen rates. 100% oxygen rates. They continued to measure him. They do separate readings, like every 30 minutes. And he checked out for not just oxygen, but all the other stuff. They do blood pressure and heart rate, and they count his fingers and his toes and do all that kind of stuff. They don't do a full exam necessarily, but they do all kind of the basics. And then nurses will come in and they'll check Sam. And they'll leave and they'll come back in and they'll check Sam, and they put a lot of pressure on Sam's tummy, and she didn't like that at all, because I got to get all that pressure and stuff out.
They had to squish down the uterus.
Yeah, squish it down, and it's like
drain it.
It's like popping a pimple. And she did not like that. I didn't like it either, because I had to comfort her.
Mm-hmm.
But when they were doing that, they were like, "Man, this is kind of a lot of blood." And I don't remember what they were saying. They were talking. She was talking to herself. She was talking to Sam. Do you remember what she was saying?
She was saying
because I think it was
a lot
Hannah.
Of blood and a lot of clots, but they figured out the clots were from the uterus and not the tears. But the tears were all the blood came from. So they finally figured out which one was which and cleaned it up and figured it out.
Yeah, because you brought in the other nurse, one of the other nurses, and they did the exam, and then she did the exam, and they're like, "I think that's what it is, but we'll be back." And then she wound up coming back, and it was like this whole kind of theater, they come back and they'll drain, then they'll leave, and they'll come back and drain some more, they'll go back, they'll be like, "All right, there's some more clotting here, da-da-da-da." Oh, and then I think they found a third tear is kind of what happened. And, eventually I even asked, I was like, "Well, let me ask you this. Is this good? Is this bad? Is this normal?" She's like, "Well, it's normal." She's like, "We don't expect to have tears. We don't want tears, but they happen. As long as we catch them, that's why we do these exams, and that's why we have you in the hospital for 2 more days. It's common with first-time pregnancies. We can manage it, control it. So I do remember them being like, oh, that's 100 cc's. Oh, that's 50 cc's. Oh, that's this. Without actually, they would like put it in a bag and then take it out. But so that was a bit of theatrics. Of course, Sam got some bonding time with baby for about an hour before they kind of came in and did the whole thing with him. And then the one nurse did show her how to do breastfeeding and kind of make sure that he latched. And then they did footprints for baby, and they did kind of like a little certificate. It's not a birth certificate, but it's a little certificate that has his weight and everything on there. And they tagged us up right away. I got tagged as soon as they cut that umbilical cord. They tagged us. So we all have matching tags. Green, and little man's got one. We're not going to unwrap them to see that.
Yeah, it sounds fun.
But we have one question that somebody had was like, did they take your baby? No, they have not. We've been in possession of our baby the whole time. The cart that they had was on the other side of the room. If you remember me showing you when we were doing the tour of the room, it was on the other side of the room. They move him to the cart. They do everything they need to do there, and only if there's a problem do they move him out of the room. There was no problems. It passed with glowing colors, little man. They even had to make him cry.
Yeah.
Because he is not a crier. He is.
Oh, he screams, but only if you make him mad.
If you mess with him, he's like. It's funny. It reminds me of a cat. When you like your espresso. It reminds me of espresso. When you mess with espresso's feet, espresso gets angry and loud. It's kind of like him. He doesn't like to be messed with. He doesn't like to be touched. He just kind of likes to chill and sleep and Google Eye. Now that obviously could change, but I have been told that I was like that when I was a baby. That I was quiet. I rarely cried. They had to get me to cry when I was first born. So we're already seeing a little bit of that habit there. Additionally, when we were finally discharged from that room, Hannah, who was one of the nurses who helped actually deliver the baby, we've had lots of nurses along the way. We have tried to capture all of their names. They have all been fantastic, like absolutely awesome. And I know I'm one to be very critical of service professionals because I'm a service professional myself. So I admit, I write reviews. I get critical of people, but they did a phenomenal job. So 5 out of 5 all along the way. They were compassionate. They were caring. They were knowledgeable. They knew what to do, when to do it, when to make that call, when to tell Sam, you know what, Sam, we need to do this epidural. I'm not going to give you a choice. They also, one of them, it was Crystal, said, I'm going to push your button. And they pushed the button. There was no, do you want us to push the button? Do you want to push the button? It was like, I'm pushing your button. And I think along the way that led to such a favorable experience, because up until this point, there was a lot of variables that could have went down. And in all honesty, the ward, like right across the hall from us, there was a mother that was going through labor the night before. And I know just from all of the nurses talking back and forth and stuff, and obviously being in the hallway and just hearing how that was going, that it did not go very well. It sounds like she dilated really fast from like 4 centimeters to 10 centimeters within an hour. She drove herself to that. And she had massive hemorrhaging, and there was a lot of screaming, and there was a lot of blood, and they had to code her. And I've heard I heard some of that stuff going on, and I was like terrified, because it's like, I don't want that to happen to Sam. Let's hope it doesn't. But nope, Sam is a champ. Sam was able to get baby out in 5 pushes, 3 of them with the nurse.
Okay, 5 pushes is not accurate.
5 contractions, sorry.
Yeah, because it's 3 pushes per contraction. So, and I had 5 contractions.
And we did 3 of them with the nurse.
Yeah.
We did 3 of them with the nurse, where it was literally just me, nurse, Sam, and her mom. And I was there, I was like, are we going to have anybody else do this? I mean, I'm watching crews going into all the other rooms. And it was probably around that moment she called the doctor. The doctor was parking her car. And she's coming into the room. And she was like, okay, let's do 1. And then they did a contraction with just the doctor and Hannah, who was the nurse. And then they called everybody. And everybody kind of came in for the final shabam. It all happened in I'm telling you, it was like 10 minutes. I could always go back and kind of retime it together, but it was pretty quick. From the moment Sam, like they said she was dilated and we were ready to rock and roll, to the time baby was out and sutured. By the time she was sutured up, because they do that, and umbilical cord cut and all that, and us wrist up, it was about 30 minutes. So, awesome. Now, down here, they bring us down here. We're going to be here for 2 days. Again, I was showing you. Again, we have baby. Baby's with us. Baby does not leave. Baby's with us. Now, we can send him to the nursery if we need to, but he's been pretty chill. The only time he hasn't been chill is when the nurses come in and mess with him. But while we came in, it was kind of hectic too. We had a lot of people coming in and out of the rooms, into the room, because we just got here. I did have a really crabby care tech. Not happy with her. More on that later. I won't ruin our video with our experience with that.
So we waited 2 hours for the new nurses to get switched out.
Yep, the new nurses switched out at 7, and so then we started actually doing stuff. So our new nurses are Emily, Dakota. Of course, we haven't seen Shannon. But then there was a different tech. Dang it, I don't remember her name. That came in and basically she showed us how to burp the baby and put the diaper on and swaddle the baby. And Emily's been the one that has given Sam her pain management and has been changing out her dressing, helping her use the bathroom and all that shabam. Help drain some more, because it's going to be a process, apparently. And yeah, the parents were here. We had some pizza. They left probably around 7:38.
Yeah, because we told them we needed to sleep, and we still haven't gone to sleep.
We still haven't gone to sleep because it's a hospital, and
we wanted to make sure the baby was fed and burped and all that jazz before we went to sleep. Because we hadn't fed him since 5 o'clock, so it was time to feed him. But he wouldn't eat. But that's because he needed it burped real bad. So Daddy and the nurse helped with that. And then
I also changed his first diaper. Sam laughs because it was
an
yes.
experience.
It was yes. They do give us some diapers and wipes and stuff, and if we need to use them, we can. When the nurse changed his diaper, she found the tab, made me look like an idiot. Because, like, I didn't see the tab, so I ripped the whole thing open. But I did change his first diaper.
No, a nurse upstairs changed his first diaper.
They put a diaper on him.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And they showed me that because they said that it's one of those yellow diapers that turn blue.
Mm-hmm.
She explained that to me while I was taking photos,
Mm-hmm.
and you were being there poking and prodding and messing with you.
Yeah.
But they just left probably around 10 o'clock. They said they won't be back until the morning.
2 a.m. to check on me and vitals. And...
Yeah, they're gonna do. Oh, I missed the fact that the pediatrician came in too. One of the people that came in during the whole I come in, you come in, back and forth. The pediatrician did come in, take a look at him, moved him around like she manhandled him really, really good, checking his eyes, checking his nose, looking in his mouth and all that. And she said everything's good. She said he's very healthy. He's a very healthy boy. The only note she had is that he might have a birthmark on his face. Here. But she said that it's possible that that'll go away. But she said other than that, no concerns for being born this early. And she'll be back, I think she said tomorrow as well. And we gave them the information for our pediatrician's office, and we'll probably pick up care there and go from there. And so far, everybody's been super supportive, and we're appreciative of it. And we're glad that we were able to take you on this journey. The journey's not over yet. It's just beginning. And there's a lot documented along the way that I wasn't able to get uploaded, wasn't able to really capture in the moment because we're having a baby right now, you know? So there will be more to come in the weeks to come. I just had a conversation with Aunt Dixie about everything, kind of giving her an update. And I've been slowly trying to text people back as well. So that's kind of where we're at. Do you have anything else you want to add, Sam? I know you're tired. I'm tired too. Not as tired as you. You did get more sleep than I did, though. But I was really trying to do I was trying to be there for your contractions, because I know people have talked about how their significant others were not there. They were, first of all, not there at all. They're not in the picture, at all. And then you have the people that are in the picture, but only semi-quasi present, that aren't there when you're having the contractions, aren't there when the baby comes out, aren't there they're not there to change the first diaper, So I really wanted to be there and make sure that you knew I was there when you were in pain, and that I pushed your button. And we have that on camera. I don't remember if I posted that in one of the update videos or not, but I do have it. That I pushed one of your buttons because you didn't want to push it. Anything final you want to say? Because I've been talking a lot.
Bonnie says it's time for bed.
All right.